Good morning, everyone. Hope y'all's day is great. 1 second here and we'll get going. Morning, I'm Algo. Thanks for joining me on another morning watch list building session. Today is March 16th. Happy birthday, Peyton. My daughter's birthday. And got a crazy day coming up. So let's get into it really quickly. First thing I want to check is Forex Factory. I know that we've got some events that are going to rock the market today. Going to rock the bells, y'all. Yeah, I don't need any more people telling me to do something. Jeez. All right, whatever. All right. So retail sales, core retail, core retail sales, import prices, business inventories, housing market index, crude oil inventories, and then at 2 o'clock, FOMC economic projections, the statement, and the federal fund rates. Okay, what does that mean? And then there's a press conference at 2:30. That means don't ever short ahead of Powell. All right, so probably going to get some rallying, a little bit of ripping, a little rippy action in the morning up until about 2 o'clock, right? 10:30 is going to be a big one. If those inventories are less than they were, expect some definite reactions. Morning, Johnny, in crude. Okay. I did not have a chance to skim through the news, so I've got the whole thing here. I don't want to do the whole thing. I'm not having enough time in the mornings to do everything I need to do. So one of my goals is to give myself a lot more time. And in order for me to do that, I have to get through this part of my day really quickly. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to skim through the news. We're going to look at events, and then we're going to get into there we go. And we're going to get into mainly. We're going to look at some futures. Then we'll get into specific requests from FlowTrade. If you haven't signed up for FlowTrade yet, get a free trial. Come on. Let me just post this link here so that everybody has a chance to get it. Right. Everybody can get their free trial of FlowTrade if you haven't already. If you're already a member of FlowTrade, appreciate it. Copy. Nope. All right. Hold on. Where is? There it is. We need that sucker there. All right, there's a link for that. Okay, Sentinel-1, obviously, we've got a little bit of earnings to go over, and futures are doing futuristic things. Good day yesterday on futures. Good day yesterday on pretty much everything. I did go short. I'm so mad. So I had those NVIDIA 230 calls. And guess what? I sold I sold them way too early. I was screwing around with Tesla calls. And at the end of the day, I finally got sick of it, bought some AMD puts. So not the greatest day yesterday, especially since I sold out those NVIDIA calls in at $1, out at 175. I mean, that's pretty good, but they went to 5 or 6. So definitely some things happening there. Okay. All right. I thought I saw something come up on this here. Yeah, this here, Sean. All right. All right, Billy will review conversion to dual primary listing on the HK Stock Exchange following primary conversion. Billy to remain dual listed company in HK and NASDAQ. Okay. We played Billy before. Sentinel-1 earnings EPS at negative 27 cents loss versus negative 18-cent loss. Knew that was coming. Pfizer and BNTX announced the companies have applied to the U.S. FDA for emergency use authorization of an additional booster in dose in adults 65 and over. That will move the market. Okay, that's the healthcare news. So Pfizer, excuse me, there's something wrong with they're just stuck at 53. BNTX is probably a better place since they have a little bit more range, right? You know, you could do 140 to 160. That's a $20 range on there, right? This just looks pretty decent, right? Cannot complain about this one. If they break this wedge breakout, look for a 50-day test at 167, okay? That was BNTX. And I think Moderna may move off of that as well. Yeah, I saw this move, this pullback on Moderna. Excuse me, I didn't trade it. Moderna cannot sustain gains, but up and back and up again. 4-hour mid, 4-hour top incoming. Right, it hit it once, it pulled back to the mid, held our stacked moving averages. Right, looking for let's just go 156. So above 155, I think we hit 160, then 165. Right, but yeah, just go. Moderna looks pretty decent today. Okay. API, American Petroleum Institute, showed crude inventories rose 3.754 million barrels. Gasoline inventories fell 3.79. Distillates rose 888, and Cushing rose 2.3 million barrels. That means so we're running out of gas, but we've got enough crude, right? Distillates, right? So it should be pretty decent. Oh, Tesseract suspending production in Shanghai factory for 2 days, according to the notice sent internally and to suppliers as China tightens COVID restrictions to curb the country's latest outbreak. Yes, that will affect the Tesseract. Oh man, I'm so mad. I had Tesla calls. I think I still have them. No, I sold out of them. Bummers. Anyway, alrighty, and let's see what else we got here. That's about it for main things. A bunch of virtual conferences, earnings today. Nothing that we trade regularly or anybody's even mentioned before, so I'm not too worried about that. I already went through the calendar of events, right? Retail sales should be popping off here in about 24 minutes. Market is currently chopping after a pop, so should be a good day. We'll get into the futures here in a second. So looking like a strong start for U.S. stock futures ahead of FOMC meeting later today. But the S&P futures up 1.25%, building on yesterday's market gains with major averages closed at the best levels of the day and a global bounce back for major averages in the Asian market. The Nikkei index rebounded, raising 414 points. Shanghai spiked, and the Hang Seng surged over 9%. That's a big move. In Europe, the DAX is up over 3%, FTSE gains 1%, and stocks are popping around the world as the Ukrainian president said that securing a deal with Moscow on ending the war is beginning to sound more realistic in comments ahead of his speech later this morning. Okay, what a time to be a trader, man. The volatility is amazing. Oh, it's all over the place. Okay. This thing on Tesla, did you know? I want you to note real quick, Tesla did get above the 200, hit the 50, support at the 200, right? It's also the 618. Tesla's reversing, like Tesla 845, 850, that next level here, right? So on any dips today, I'm going to try to get some of those 845, 850 calls. Yeah, that's just all there is to it. I think Tesla has a nice move set up for it later today. Okay, shoot. The only thing that sucks is I'm not going to be able to trade the open. We've got, like I said, y'all know I have got a weekend trip coming up with my son to San Diego to do oceanography. Well, we have a meeting about that this morning at 7 Pacific, which is 10 Eastern. So the first 30 minutes of the day, it sucks. It sucks. I'm gonna have to manage positions unless I trade from my phone, which sometimes is fun, sometimes it's not. Okay, let me just get. All right. Okay. NATO defense ministers are also gathering for a 2-day meeting in Brussels to discuss the latest happenings in Ukraine. Meanwhile, China pledged new policies to boost financial markets and spur economic growth, which is boosting shares of those Chinese stocks that are taking a dump. Baba, Baidu, Billy, Pinduoduo, JD. Y'all see EDU yesterday? How's that for a move? How's that for a penny stock move, right? I'll look at Baba for some recovery. Baba was down to 74. That's crazy. How come I just ignored Baba yesterday? How come I just ignored it? Anyway, it's... Oh, I talked about it earlier. I was like, Baba, big moves. All right. I think it's still got some juice, some gas in the tank, really, to be honest with you. So on any pullbacks on Baba, I'll be looking to do, especially a 618 retracement off of this gap up, right? Baba went from closed at 77, opened at 93. So I'm kind of torn between playing my same 5 stocks every day and trying to rotate in some momentum plays. Yeah, it's just tough. It seems like ever since I've gone to this model of ever since I've gone to, God, AMD, jeez. Yeah, ever since I've gone to this model of just trading those same 5 or 6 stocks, I've had some issues. I'm not super thrilled about it. I need to do a deeper dive, look into that. I really do. All right. I think that's it. FOMC meetings is to be announced at 2:15 with no surprise expected, as a quarter point liftoff is baked in after Fed Powell announced his pre-conference for such a move 2 weeks ago in testimony on the Hill. A good start thus far for the global markets. Will the Fed offer any surprises? A more hawkish outlook on future rate hikes? Or keep the stock market rally with a more dovish tone? Stay tuned. Okay, I can't wait to look at this one right here. Let's do it, shall we? So we've been building up to this, right? As a group, we've all been looking at this day right here, right? We marked it up on our calendar a long, long time ago. We drew that line out and we said, what's going to happen on this date? Okay. I know the lines are crazy. It's hard to see, but here it is. There's that test of the 21. I mean, I don't know a better way to put it other than that's market manipulation. So the last time the market hit the 21 EMA, it failed, right? What happens today? This is why I like trading the stock market, because you're like, just the amount of accuracy is phenomenal. So we hit the 21, we sold off, right? We made a higher low, right? And we're rallied in above the 50. Guess what? Right? We made a move. I told you that this was a move. Let me show you on the 30-minute. There it was. I told you that's the move we're looking for. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, 5th leg's completed. We're at a fire. We're at the top of, goodness. So many things going on. I'm so excited. God, I gotta figure out a better way to show this, because I guess that works right there, doesn't it? All right, so we got stack positive moving averages. We're at the very top of the daily quant level, right? That's the 2.0 quant level, right? So is this a daily? Just double check. Oh my gosh, the weekly. Oh, you know what? Here. I created a quant chart, right? So I can get rid of some of this noise. There we go. There we go. All right, so the move for today will be retesting the 200-day moving average. So I think we get a ripper, right? 4-hour ripper puts us at a daily retest of the 21. Let's see, what was that? 200 on the 4-hour coming in at 43.66. 43.66. So do we get a rally and close above the 21 EMA for the first time since the beginning of February? If so, that would indicate a potential move to retest the 50-day and the 200. What I'm not happy about here is this level, this 44.40 is going to be a killer level for us. 44.20 to 44.80. There's a lot of, first of all, there's your supply zone, folks. Mark it up on your chart. That is also the 200-day, 200 SMA, 50-day, and the 382 retracement of the initial down thrust move, okay? That's this one here, okay? If I brought this back all the way out here to the low, from the high to the low, right? 618 is a snow line. The 50% retracement is smack dab in the middle of there, and the 3.8 is another snow line. Oh my gosh, talk about market manipulation. Let's go, baby. It's incredible how they do this. All right, let's get rid of our stupid smiley face. Then we can get rid of our stupid purple line. We don't need it anymore. I'm trying to clean this up so everybody can see the key levels here, okay? So, if you want to follow along with me, grab a fib retracement from the high to the low, and turn on your 382, your 50%, and your 618. Your 618 is your snow line. Your 382 is your other snow line. Okay, we're currently testing the 21. If this rally continues, right, before FOMC, right, we're going to retest the snow line, right? Potentially this overhead resistance as a magnet towards the 50 SMA, 50% retracement, and the 200-day, okay? If we get up there, we have to start getting above that over the next couple days. I don't know if we hit it today. That would be a 100-point move. Getting above, remember that snow line at the 382? It's a 4-hour 200. So I think we get some rejection happening here at 43.70, 43.71. Rally to that, and then it's either going to be a pullback and continuation on to this demand zone up here. Larger term, right? We're at the 4-hour chart. Larger term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move. Okay. 4-hour Elliott wave move puts us somewhere like that. I think I'm comfortable with that move there. Okay. We're going to get a 2150 crossover magnet 4370. Let's just call it 4370. Okay. See how that larger move is setting up? We have a small Elliott wave that we completed, right, on the 30-minute. Larger Elliott wave that we're working on now. Oh my gosh. ES long, buy calls, buy calls, buy on pullbacks. Now let's find something in the ES that we can trade that to. All right, bringing it on to, how am I doing on time? All right. Looking at the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ. Let's get rid of our stupid smiley face, right? Let's get rid of our purple line. Off of a snow line, we don't have as clear as a direction as we do on the ES, but we can do the same thing. We can go from high to low, right? We're getting some confluence at this tree line, which is also previous uptrend, right? Which is a 200-day. So I would say the range for, there it is right there. Boom, shakalaka. Here is your supply zone for the NQ. Okay. Retesting the 21 at 13,905. As this is falling, we're coming up to meet it. Snow line to tree line, right? This move puts us at the 200-day falling, right? So that range, I would say 14,362.50, 14,3 or 14,434. First resistance, maybe trade choppy into that. We have a snow line up here, which is a 200-day, which is smack dab in between the 50% and the 618 retracement. There's a larger, let's see this doji right here. That's another zone that we can look at trading to on the NASDAQ. Okay. The key is the 15,000 level. All right, we crack it down to the 4-hour. Nice move so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could do some Elliott wave theory here as well. The key would be above 14,13775. That's a 4-hour 200. We have a skyline, right? So up, back up. If I counted an Elliott wave out on this one, it could be this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 test, right? Bringing this down to our lower time frames. We're currently in the third leg of a larger, let's see. I like my levels better than these. Okay, we have a 5,200 cross on the 30, so we've got stack positive moving averages, 2150, 200. Big moves coming up, right? We've got some target zones there that we can go after. Okay, all right, moving on to the dilly dally daily Dow. Let's do this. Let's get rid of our smiley face. We don't need that sucker anymore. Let's get rid of our fancy purple line. We don't need that anymore. Right. All right, same theory. A retracement from high to the low. Right. We have a fire line that we crossed above. We got above the 200 today so far. Right. We're trading in this previous supply zone, which I'm going to have to move that sucker to here. It's either going to be this one this one. I think it's this one. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay. So the 200-day is right at the, just pretty much at the 618. The 50% retracements at the 50-day. The 382 is below the 21. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 larger move up, possibly snowline. Or let's look at this on the 4-hour. There we go. All right, we don't need that line on there anymore. From a 4-hour perspective, I'm going to leave that smaller one, that smaller time frame Elliott wave theory on there. So we're above a fire line. We're coming up to test the 200-day at 3,400 is the test for the Dow. The 200-day, we got a 2150 crossover. I bring this down to the 30-minute. Or let's go to the 4-hour. Let me set up the larger term Elliott wave move here. If there's two schools of thought, this could be the one move, right? Because we didn't break into a lower low, or this could be the one move here. So if we go with this as the one, three, 5. I think that works there. That's what these voodoo lines are for. These voodoo lines are based on Elliott wave theory, okay? I think I'd be comfortable with that move. So one, two. Contrarian. I know I need to start showing y'all the downside, right? It's kind of hard to see. So 33, 623. If that level fails, we make a new low. I think we come back down to these snow lines here. I legit just went at this totally bullish, didn't I? I was like, let's rally bulls. Let's go. All right. Lee, redheaded Russell. We can get rid of our smiley face. We don't need that. We completed our inverse head and shoulders, right? There it is. There's the low. So this would be left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay. You don't need that on there anymore. All right. So let's get rid of our purple line. The 21-day for the Dow is, or the Russell is at 2006. We have a tree line magnet, which is also the 50-day, coming in at 2037. Now, the Russell's a little different from that fib level, right? Because this fib goes over here, right? The 382 lines up with the snow line. The 50% lines up with the snow line, right? And we've got a 618 that lines up perfectly with this tree line. So snow line, tree line, snow line, snow line, tree line. Okay. Wickoff is the other school of thought. This is the Wickoff reversal. It's pretty much dead nuts right onto it. So I'm looking for any sort of so we would look for a move on The Russell, ooh, yeah, the Russell's gonna have some issues first. So currently at its a skyline, it's got a tree line magnet at 2030 or 2040. Okay. Um, if we go, does that satisfy the need? I think maybe this might tree line, right? I wish I could remember the tool that measures it out for me. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. There's a tool in TradingView that actually measures it for us. I can never remember to find it. Oh, there it is. I want y'all to watch this, okay? This one. Let's see. I think I did it wrong. Dang it. I'll have to find it. There's a measurement tool that shows like rally up to here, 382 pullback is to here, rally up, 1618 pullback. Maybe that's the move. Something like that. Regardless, key levels to keep in mind are where we're at now. And then it's the 30-minute or the 4-hour 200 is at 2010. Above that, we've got its tree line at 2040. Okay. We get above that, we can retest the 382. Like, this is a big move setting up. If we reject this and we come back down, we can chop around in here. Okay. I think that there's better opportunities in different sectors other than the Russell today. All right, what's going on with gold? So it pulled back, it retraced, it did what it needed to do, right? Let's get our stupid purple line out of the way so that you can see that doji. All right. So yesterday we closed above the 21. Gap down this morning gives us an opportunity to either make a continuation pullback, right? Or we fall back down, test the 200, which is also previous lows, or the 50 previous lows. As this 50 is rising out, right? Let's just say this 50 is coming out this way, right? If we get this pullback, right, to retest that, right? That's one move, one potential move there, right? Interesting that there's a daily doji being created right here at this level with gold. Okay, Netflix. Oh my gosh. So I saw all of these moves yesterday, and unfortunately, I didn't take them. I don't know why. So what I don't like happening here with gold is this. We've got this kind of a move here, right? Say it with me. Right? Ugly. Wasn't that the same look that we had on the S&P yesterday? Crude, right down to this supply demand zone. Nice little bounce off of it, pull up, retrace, magnet towards 103. Looks like there's a supply zone that runs that's resistant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can continue to pull back down and chop in this level here between 90, 95, 98. But perfect little head and shoulders there too, right? And then finally, bonds. Big old cluster on the bond front. We did come down and touch the skyline. We touched it. It's still going to be a magnet. Yeah, this is a big old gnarly move. Last couple days, big rally on the ES. Okay. All right. And then so here's the deal. If we reject the 21, right? Today's the day we tested 21. If we can get a close at least 50% or more above it, then I think we've confirmed the bottom and we're going to start retracing. If we reject the 21, guess what? We come back down and make a new low, 4,000, 4,100. Okay. I think that is a fair representation of the move. So if this is the fifth leg completing on our shorter time frame, we will get a corrective pattern before the next one, right? Let's say I think that works. Something like that. Maybe not. All right. Video on time. All right, let's look at bread and butter list. Quant levels for NVIDIA. Look at that gorgeous move. I had the 230s. All right, open up at a snow line. We have 235 as a magnet, which is our tree line up here. However, I know all the lines, right? I'm assuming that these are the weeklies. So if we're using the weekly quant off of the midline, right? Which one's the daily, weekly? So 40% of the time, it'll touch this red line, right? 23.8% of the time, it'll close above this red line here, okay? 17% of the time, it'll come up and touch this second red line on a weekly perspective, okay? I know it's really hard to read. I need to make these bigger. So what they're saying is that closes greater than H1 310 58%, closes below H2 L2 on the weekly, right? 82%. So they're saying that it will close somewhere above here, but not necessarily to this next weekly level. Okay. So on the last week data, we opened at the level, we came down at H1 or L1, L2, reverted to the mean, right? Kind of maintained that, opened this week, right? New week, opened at the mean, rallied to the H1, would be a kind of a push to get back up to this H2. It more likely makes sense that we come back to the mean and go back down and test the H or the L2. Okay. From it's gonna be very interesting what happens with NVIDIA today, right? On the daily, we're traded outside of the H2, right? Which is, it's not supposed to hit this level, okay? Is that the weekly? Oh, it is weekly. All right, so we've got a little bit more room. I would say we retest highs, but don't expect it to go above 240 this week, right? 18% of the time will it move in a week to touch this upper level, right? So computers are not defending this level, right? They're defending this level here to complete, to become a completion, right? And start selling, right? They're going to sell programs. They'll start coming into here to push price back down to here, right? So I think 232 is going to be about the max for NVIDIA, right? All right. Let's get into your picks. And oh, look at that move on car. Am I doing that time? Oh, do we have some news come out? I think we did. Wholesale sales up 2%. Retail sales, holy sheesh. Bye. Yep. This is not good, right? Previous was 4.4%, which means people aren't buying stuff. Import prices are lower than expected as well. 15 minutes till we get housing numbers and right. This is not so good. Yeah, that's why our futures were taking a drop. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Yep. You're like, there's no drop there. Let me show you. There is a drop. Oh, why didn't I move to... Are you kidding me right now? Oh, my bad. I totally jacked that up. Oh my gosh. Did nobody tell me that? I was looking at SPX the whole time. Nobody was like, yo, bro, you're checking out SPX, not ES. I was like, wait, this looks weird. But it's the same deal. No, I was checking out ES. Testing the 21. If we get close above 21, we'll test this snow line on our way up to retest the 50-day, right? Ultimate goal would be 44.55, 200-day test, right? This is easily right. Thinking you got big moves coming till guess what? You get hit with some bad retail sales numbers. Overnight gains have been wiped, right? Currently trading. Oh, how low? Go, give me. I missed it. Oh, I missed that drop. I just give it. Good. Get a part of that. Give me a part of that. Give me a piece of that. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. This is a perfect short setup here. 1, 2, 3. You sell this 4,300, and there it goes. Oh, I missed it by a point. Anyway, we're coming up to key support. This is a 200-day on the 2-minute, so everything starts right. This 2-minute holds, right? If we bounce here, then right, we get decent move. But what's going to happen? This is a key level. History is being made right now as we speak. Our buyers are going to rush in at the 200-day. Our sellers, our bears going to rip through the 200-day for a free fall. Stay tuned, folks. Let's check out the NQ, see how that news affected the NQ. Oh, look. NQ failed the 200-day. They're trying to hold it. If this cracks, whee! Oh, burn, sucker. Come back down to the snow line. Please prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Yeah, I just want to see my bad trade in Tesla yesterday. You want me to show you my bad trade in Tesla? I just couldn't get it going for some reason. Just couldn't get it going for some reason yesterday on Tesla. All right. I got 3 at 65. Was waiting for the breakout. Failed breakout. Hit stop loss. Right. Stopped out. 2 at 4. Sold 1 back at 65. Right. Came in. Bought 2 more at 77. Here. Failed breakout. Got stopped out at 46. Right. That's my Tesla 900 call. Anyway. Interesting. Oh my gosh, they're fighting so hard to support this market. This is either buy the dip. Let's throw a little risk on here, shall we? It's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down from this level. I did buy one contract, one MES contract at this level. They're either going to support it at the 200, right? And just draw a line in your screen at this level here. 42.96.25. Below that, we trade down to this next zone down, right? So we're trading from basically this zone to this zone here. right? 42.9375. Draw another line on your screen. That, and then you can fill in that with your favorite crayon or coloring magic marker, whatever you want to do. That is the demand zone. If that demand zone breaks, we have a big old move to the downside coming, folks. A big old nasty move on the downside coming, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There it is. Are they BTFDing, or are they going to push this sucker all the way down the ground? All right. I'm going to get my... Stop a little bit closer, just in case I'm wrong and I need to switch it out. Anyway, super interesting. All right, let's get into this. I got to go in 10 minutos. 10 minutos. Oh, they're selling it. They're selling it. All right. No. Get back here. Get back here. Oh, yay. All right. There we go. I am short futures. Let's see if I'm getting... Whoa. Did they raise? Oh. My market value is negative $21,000 right now. I know I have a tight stop in there. There's a reason for that. Tight stop, save booties. All right, let's go. Good morning, Johnny. Good morning, Terry. What's up, Serenity now? And Michael, good morning. Good to see you. Johnny, you want to look at AMD and CrowdStrike? Absolutely, my friend. Terry would like to look at Tesla. Absolutely. And Michael would like to check out the death that is Coinbase. Alrighty, AMD. I'm kicking myself, right? I didn't check the flow index before I bought those puts. I don't know why. I was off yesterday a little bit, but so this is a nice move. It's very clean. Dark pool to dark pool to dark pool, right? Dark pool support to here. If there's a bunch of sell orders in here, right? If they're taking profits off of this move, the 102 to 109 move, then we can look at potential pullbacks today. However, the flow index is making higher lows and higher highs. They're very subtle, and it is trading with price action. Okay. Do we get some pops to 112? Maybe. But I didn't see this little rounding bottom. Price trading with the flow index, just 1 to 1. You see that, right? So if these blocks here, there's a little bit more of a gap to fill or a little bit more to fill to get the gap fill at 110.56. Okay. A little bit more to fill this gap right here. And then if it wants to do a down cycle, it can. The flow index is really kind of, it's due for a pullback, right? Very rounding bottom. Okay, so AMD, I like longs. Right, longs above this overhead resistance, gap fill, maybe pullback. Okay, there's no blocks out here that are going to help us, but it does start a new trading zone, right? We could just chop one 109. So 107.34 breaks. We back test 104, and then some of these blocks down here at 102. Okay. If you noticed, it's subtle, but it is a higher low. Are we setting up for a longer term wedge? Potentially. All right. Potentially. All right, next up on our list is Crowdstrike. All right, so Crowdstrike's been kind of interesting. We have a white line at 190.54, and above that a bunch of dark pulls between 191 to about 193. We fell off. There's a level of support here caused by something, either previous lows, psychological. 178 seems to be holding. There is a gap that will need to be filled eventually. That runs 178 down to 171. Okay. The flow index is trading with price right now, like 1-to-1, and it's coming up to some previous little zone here. See, it broke up, right? Fell back through it, broke up, back tested it, double backed on it. Okay. So the flow index in this zone, right? Pulling back, rallying up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, or I'll double top. 188.64, 190. Okay, I see it. So rip up for our top, for our mid, failure for our bottom, for our mid, 188.60 potential support. So back test that for a move back up to 200. Okay. Contrarian, we break down below big move up, 618 pullback. This would be attempt number 2 to crack 198, 199. Pulling back. Yeah, so 188.60. Or even 186. 186.38. Below that, 177 incoming, right? If that level holds, I think we see 197, 198. Yep, there it goes. Whee! I'm gonna make some money. Fall off the face of the earth. Whee! Here comes the numbers. In 3 minutes, they're gonna drop it. All right, that's Crowdstrike. I mean, it looks good for longs, right? Again, though, if it fails, if it can't break up into the 4-hour, so if it can't break 200, right, it can't hit 210. There's a weekly mid, a monthly mid, 4-hour top 2.0, and a daily top just chilling right at this 200, 205 level. Gold is making a move up. Crude's ripping right now, and everything else is kind of falling off a cliff, which is to be expected. And here comes that move in gold, right? Numbers coming out in 2 minutes. All right, let's see if I can get this last 2 done before I got to run. Yeah, AMD is pretty nice. Tesseract, right? So far, the Tesla, right? I mean, I might be willing to go out on a limb and say that's a falling channel on the flow index, so may get a little bit of a pop. Retest the upper end of it here, right? Anyway, white line at 794.93. We have a dark pool magnet 832, 840. It's got to get above 805. Okay. Above 805 puts us up into some new trading zone ranges, right? That goes basically 800 to 830. That's a big one there. Could be a one, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bigger move on Tesla. 795 is the key level though. If that breaks, and we can start pulling back to some of these regular blocks. 766, 774, etc., depending on how the overall market goes. Tesla, like with this up move right here, this is very similar to this one here, where they just gapped up. Got stuffed on this one, but like I said, I think long above 810 to 840 on Tesla. Watch the flow index if it smacks this overhead resistance and pulls back like it did here. So this is kind of the move that it's doing right now, right? Looks very similar. Low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, rip. High, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, reject. Sorry, not rip, reject, right? Key level 890, key level 810-esque. Okay. All right. I don't have time. Coinbase. All right. Coinbase has got a little bit of bullish divergence. I mean, the flow index is pretty much trading 1-to-1 with the algo. I'm not seeing any block trades here, which is interesting, right? We have one dark pool level at 153.47 that got absorbed yesterday, right? The flow index made a high, it pulled back, made a higher high, pull back, make a higher high. I like this move setting up. Okay. I don't know if this is a channel or a megaphone, right? But at 153.47, right? I'll triple bottom, little 1, 2, 3 Wu-Tang reversal. Oh, it's Wu Wednesday. Happy Wu Wednesday, everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I forgot it was the Wu Wednesday in the building. Okay. Previous support at this level, right? Above that, we got this level here. So there's a zone that runs from this low to this high, right? This is kind of dead no man's land here, right? That we're in now. So if it can get above 157.50, I think there's a nice move up to 162. Coinbase is looking pretty good. Ooh, maybe not. 165. 165 is going to be a rough level for Coinbase. All right, so sold off, sold off, sold off. Daily bottom held, 4-hour bottom held. Rally to the 21 on the 4-hour, right? Making a little bull flag. So long above 162.87 for a move about 172. Okay, if you wanted to play the weekly cloud bottom 162.43 to weekly cloud bottom top at 179.90 or 178, that would be 4-hour bottom, 4-hour mid, in between on the, as we like the next level of the Russian doll, right? Those Russian dolls where you peel off the big one and there's a smaller one in it. So the big one is a daily, and now you're looking at the 4-hour. So the 4-hour held bottom, held, right? We rallied up to the mid. From the mid, it either rejects it and comes back down to the bottom, right? Or it moves through it and goes up to the top. So this is a key level, right? I'm going to call it this 200 days. So 164.85 is that key level. If it can get through it, then 172 comes pretty quick, and potentially 178. If it rejects it, right, the next level down is back down to 156, 155. Okay. How am I only up $20 on that move? Oh, it's a 4-point move. That's why. No wonder. Yeah, not the big violent move down that I was expecting. All right. I gotta run. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you Chevron. They're still net selling Chevron. Okay, gap down, rally up, support. All right, gap down, rally up, support. There's big gaps that need to be filled on Chevron. They're still net selling. I would buy. I mean, I might look at some 140 puts. Right, give myself a lot of time, but the 140 puts because they're gonna be super cheap, or sell the 165, 170 call credit spread, right? Knowing that I got a couple gaps to fill to the upside. All right, I'm out of here. I have to start being done 30 minutes before the open to give myself enough time. Thanks. Have a great day. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn on them notifications, and stay